Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of my day of fishing, teaching you guys how to consistently connect with bass on San Diego Bay. So this one's going to cover dock fishing, both boat docks and main channel deep water docks. So check this video out. If you've missed part 1, it's right here. Check that one out too. Get your lure on, then tie on a hookup bait and go get your sleigh on. Thanks guys. So that's 4 legals. 14, 14 and a half, 14.75, and 15 inch. It's 1040. And it's, slower than normal. Once I put these 2 quarters on, it actually picked up a little bit. Still, I've had much better bites here. It's alright. Picking away at them. Okay. Move to another spot. Not too far away. Switch to my light spinning, or my light spotty rod. Got a Kuma. It's a Kuma ITX CB. A little carbon reel, 3000. Really liking this reel. I got this on the Turner's Californian, which is made by Kuma also. 6 to 14 pound. Nice little rod. I'm really digging this setup. I've only got it a few weeks ago. But it has a short butt. See how short that is? Very comfortable fish in a kayak sitting down. That's one of the things I like about it the most. Plus that's really good action. But I'm fishing a single now. Oh, this is a sticky spot. The structure here, there used to be an old pier here, I guess back in the day. There's still remnants of the pier here. And I got them all marked on the piles out here. And they are sticky, so it's better to fish a single bait. Fishing a quarter green pumpkin, 10 pound. Oh, biting at it. Alright, so we lost our tide. It went to slack tide out there on the channel. Like I said earlier, slack tide, fish the docks. When there's tide moving, fish the channel. So we came in here to the closest harbor. We're gonna fish some docks and see how that goes. Tied on a quarter sardine green. Light rod. See how it goes. So, people that know the spot, probably recognize the last few spots. I don't give spots away, but I don't hide them either. I mean, if you know, you know. If you don't, you got to go find them. I'm not going to tell you exactly where I'm at, but I'm not going to hide where I'm at. Being a tournament fisherman, most tournament guys don't want to tell anyone where they fish or anything else. Really is, tournament's fun and it teaches you a lot, and I'm competitive and I do well at them, but it's more of nowadays making these YouTube videos. If you're using hookup baits, I'm going to do everything I can to help you catch fish, teach you the right way of, most consistent way of doing it. So that's why I don't hide the spots. But again, I want you to go out and fish and figure things out on your own, so I'm not going to tell you exactly where I am either. So that's basically, it's just, I want you guys to go catch fish. So that's why I'm not hiding spots. If you figure out where these colored buildings are and fish these docks, come fish them. Yeah, and that's me, more me than anything, is you guys being able to catch fish using hookup baits. I mean, that's my main passion. People catching fish using the lures I designed. That's better than winning tournaments, better than anything. So that's why I'm not hiding where I'm at. first one. Missed one bite, caught one so far. Only went 60 yards of dock. Show you how I'm doing this. I like to stand up when I'm fishing docks. I can cast it more accurately and stuff while I'm standing. So I'm casting it right next to the dock or piling. Give it a couple bounces, reel it back in, throw it on the other side of the piling. Most of your bites come when it's falling. That one actually I did get on my first bounce with the jig. Got some pilings behind me here too. So those also. Piling over here that didn't hit. See how fast I'm hitting these pilings. It's about 10 feet deep. Hits the bottom, bounce it once, fall, bounce it twice. Reel it back in, hit the net. Go. Lift it and he was on there. Okay, another thing to watch for, like this line. I don't know if you can see that. When I first hooked him, he was in a little bit of something. Frayed my line right there. So, especially at dock fishing, you lose them in the pilings or they fray your line on a lot of different stuff. Always keep an eye on your line, and if you get some that's peeling, see how it's peeling? So this is 10-pound Iser line. I like Iser line because it just peels. I've had like where I use fluoro, as soon as it touches anything, it's just gone. It's just real brittle. Or I feel like the mono kind of peels like string cheese before it breaks. So, well, double improved clinch knot, ready to go. I was late getting the camera on that one because he had me in a dangerous spot. He's back around the piling there. Got him out though. Look at that head on that guy. Love when they have that big hump right there. It's a decent fish. He might be really close. Could be 14 on the dot. I couldn't believe he didn't get me in that piling. He was behind that piling right there. Doing a dance all around the back of that piling. Oh, back to backpack cast. Small one. Oh, there. Little calico. Like the little calicos by that piling. That was a good fish. Big. Oh, gone. Just like that. And that's stock fishing for you. Dang, that was 4 casts in a row I got bit. Dock fishing, there's so much stuff down there. Sometimes as soon as you hook them, feel that it's a nice one, they get around something and they're gone. You may say, why don't you fish heavier line? Well, you can. And you might get some, but the amount that you might get out of danger kind of equals the more bites you get using lighter line. Even if you use 15, 20 pounds, a lot of times if they get you in something, they break off anyway, so they're gone either way. So I'd rather use like 10 pound and get more bites, and you know, they get you in something, they get you in something. That's part of dock fishing. All you can do is make sure you have clean line. That's the best thing you can do. Like I said, I've used 20 pound line and still gotten broken off instantly like that. So the nature of the beast, where they live. They're biting that sardine really good. That was my last one. Oh, yeah, they're biting the pumpkin too. Wow. See how the tide died off out there? You come in here and you continue catching. That's how you roll. Probably 13.5 inch or so. I don't know if you've seen, but that's like 6 casts in a row I got bit. Alright, so how many did I catch? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 or 7. Missed a couple bites. And snapped one off, and just that much stock. So there we go. That's just the first row of docks we hit. We're going to continue on and see what else we can get. Still catching them, but I'm not turning the camera on for all of them. I've caught about 4 of those just now. So still getting them. Perry next cast just caught that. Decent dock calico. I'll leave the camera on this time. I probably won't get bit. Oh, catch the pipe. Had a good one. Had a good one. I'm the danger of this whole line. I can't turn the video on because I was too busy trying to keep them out of danger. We got it. Look at that dude. Beautiful green pumpkin sitting right in his lip. 15.5. That's the ones you want on tournament day. A bunch of those. Pissed off fish, that's for sure. I've still been catching them pretty steadily. Just a lot of 11s, 12s, 13s. So the first one in a while that's worth turning the camera on for. Still just pitching docks, going through, just pitching docks. Really, you know, hitting one side of the piling, then the other, and moving on. That's a pretty good one. Don't like it anyway. Hello. away from the pole. It's kind of bouncing the bottom back towards the kayak. .5, 13 3/4. Not quite legal, but a nice bass. Okay. Done fishing the docks in there. Tide's gonna move here for a little bit. And so we're gonna go back out to the main channel. To tell you the truth, I actually enjoy fishing the deep structure more than pitching docks. To me, it's a little bit more fun. But you catch the bigger spotties in the docks. I continued catching them pretty regularly, you know, just 10 to 13 inches, nothing major. No reason to show you guys those 10 to 13 inches. And of course, as I'm turning the camera off, I get bit. Right in the center. 14 3/4. 14.75. Oh. That's pretty good. Big one fell off and then immediately picked it up. Nice. Another small spot here I found a while back. Get your baits near it, you're hooked up instantly. Unless you have the camera, then nothing happens. I'm sitting here drifting, long lining this line out there, and then hooked up on something. Crazy how versatile a hookup bait is. Cast it, reel it across the top, bounce it across the bottom, mid range. Put it out there, put it in the rod holder, let it do its own thing. Catch fish any way you want to do it. A lot of times that's not from the fish you're catching. That's hanging out of the fish's mouth, and that other fish comes up and grabs it, tries to rip it out of that fish's mouth. That's when it gets torn like that. Right as I was coming up on one of my other pins, got bit. The color on top of his eyes right there matches the color of the sardine green. Such a cool fish. Picked up my other rod. Pitched it out there right after that last fish. Got bit. Drop. gonna have to live with that 5/8 on this lip for a minute. Damn. Stupid. Bite. It's almost every cast right now. Change colors. Worst casting with ice. One of the huge advantages of having a trolling motor is being able to try leaders, a new leader on while you move to the next spot. This is the FG knot. Only knot you should be using for your braid to leader. Here we go. And figure eights go under the line every time. Keep everything tight. Until I'm about an inch long on my wraps. Yeah, about an inch. Tie a half hitch. Go around both lines. Done. Make sure it don't slip. Cinch it up. Two more half hitches around that tag end of your leader. Done. I don't know if you timed that or not, but that's a FG knot. Figure about a minute. The leader was down to like 2 feet long. Fishing that rough, sticky part. Structure I was just fishing. Back in action. Not even to my spot yet. So, San Diego Bay, you got regular little boat docks, then you got these deep water docks. Deep water docks are usually 20 to 40 feet deep. They're off the main channel. Right here next to the dock. Big old giant thing that used to park the submarines I heard back in the day. Dock up here. So it's kind of cool. This is San Diego. We've got the regular boat docks. Then you got the big deep water docks, pilings. Super simple technique with the hookup baits. Basically, cast it next to it, let it fall as free as possible. The freer it falls, the more the bait swims. But sometimes you cast too close to the piling, and you catch all the stuff because the bait does swim on the way down. So you end up catching all the stuff on the piling as it swims down. That little happy medium of close to the piling, but not so close that the bait don't have a chance to swim. Run into all the stuff growing off the piling, get stuck on it. So I usually like to cast about a foot off of it, a foot to 2 foot off. Gives it enough room for the bait to swim back and forth. A lot of times I feel it bounce off, hit the piling. About halfway down that piling. 15. The second 15 of the day. That's cool. Well, that's how dock fishing goes also. That last one, when I caught 4 fish off of that last dock, came up to this one, went all the way around it and didn't even get a bite. So, sometimes they're on it, sometimes they're not. Got a few more back up here. We're just hitting these on our, making our way back towards the launch ramp. The tide's gonna actually turn and start going out here. There's a couple spots I'm trying to get to hit where I'm gonna be at when the tide turns. So, keep on going. Back to back cast. Last one was just a little one. This one feels pretty good. He really wanted to stay near that dock. Another legal. 14 and a quarter. He's a chunky 14 and a quarter. Hard fighting 14 and a quarter too. Kind of moving away from that dock. And I've gotten a few, but nothing worth turning the camera on since the last time I had it on. Cool. Still eating a bass out there. Nice. That's like probably the 4th seal I've seen eating a bass today. That's the bays up north in Orange County, Newport, Alamitos. I never see seals in there eating bass. I think that's why those, you typically get the bigger 15, 16, 17s up there, and not too often out here in San Diego Bay, especially the main channel. I think that's why you don't find really big ones. Seals just out here eating bass like crazy. This guy was in all kinds of trouble. I got him out though. I did a skip cast underneath there. Feel him hitting and trying to get into those pilings so hard. I was standing up, just fighting against them, waiting for it to snap any second, but I won somehow. Another chunky 14 and a quarter. Oh. Smoky guy. Got him that time. Rare they come back 3 times. There must be a bunch of them. If you miss the fish, just point your rod back at it. Usually they bite again. Look how fat that thing is. Close to legal. One of those really close ones. If you work with them, you might make them reach. Might get a bit there again. All right, casted. On its way down. Yeah. 14 inches, all the good ones. And that's the thing, you don't waste too much time on piling. Once the one, they're gonna bite within the first couple casts. Once they bite, they're done. It's gonna waste your time. Sit there trying to do it a bunch, trying to make something bite that's not gonna bite. So move on to the next spot, or next piling. You get bit a whole lot faster. Alright, that's a day of fishing. Pretty much was on the water from 6:30 to 7:30. Now I'm sitting at the Jack in the Box drive-thru here on Rosecrans, right by the launch ramp. So that's a decent day of fishing. Definitely wasn't wide open, or wasn't a good day, but it was a decent day. I figure I caught around 40 to 50 bass, mostly spotties, with probably a dozen sand bass, and then another dozen calico bass in there, and the rest were spotties. I think I got around 8 to 10 legal spotties, and around, I think, 6 to 8 legal sand bass. I think 1 or 2 legal calicos. So, good day fishing. That's how I like to fish. I sun up to sundown. Just kind of goes to show how comfortable the Hobie kayaks are. I'll sit in those kayaks for 15 hours straight and still be comfortable. So it's nice to be able to stand up sometimes. So I do some standing up, some sitting down. Yeah, it's that's a day of San Diego Bay fishing. You learn to find the structure and the clam beds out in the main channel, you'll catch fish. It's guaranteed. You throw a Hookup Baits and fish those structure and clam beds, you'll always catch fish in San Diego Bay. The thing is, you got to go do your homework to find those structure spots and clam beds and have them marked on your Navionics so you can find them. Then you got the boat docks. When the current stops in the main channel, it's always nice to go to the boat docks and pitch the docks and the pilings and catch fish there. And then you got the big docks out in the bay, the deep water docks, which hold fish a lot of the time too. So you got a little mix of those 3 types of ways of fish San Diego Bay: the main channel, structure, clam beds, boat docks inside the harbors, and then the main channel, big piling docks. So and then there's also some area of San Diego Bay that's mooring cans, fish mooring cans, and there's some grass bed areas too. So maybe I'll cover those on the next San Diego Bay video. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I hope you learned from it, and go out there and fish the Hookup Baits and use some of this info from this video, and I hope it helps you to go out there and slay. Till the next one, guys. See ya.